So here's the install on my INNOVV K-5 dash cam on a motorcycle, using it off-road. We'll start out with the camera mounting. I had some vibration issues, so what I did is I put a rubber mount on the bottom here, and that seemed to pretty much stop that. I still get a little bit of waviness, but nothing too serious. I also had a problem with a lot of sun glare, and I still have the problem, but it's not as bad as it used to be. I made a little shield for it on the front camera, and then I also did the same thing on the rear camera. I like the idea of being able to snap a picture, so I put the controller where it's easily accessible. So push it a couple times and you got your picture. Okay, for the power, it's wired directly to the battery with a fuse. To turn on the camera, it senses the voltage from the taillight coming on whenever the bike starts. And then I also added another switch to that same circuit that the taillights are on, so that if I ever want to turn the camera on without the bike running, I just turn on this switch and it turns the camera on. It's a pretty simple install. I am starting to run out of real estate on my handlebars. You can see I have a lot of gizmos and gadgets. I guess I'm a gadget person. So because of the amount of wiring that you really can't shorten it, I have it all right behind my front plate here, including the microphone. And what I had to do is make a little spacer so I had more room behind the plate. So with the microphone mounted behind the number plate, I pretty much get zero wind noise, but you can still hear the motor. I mounted the GPS sensor up here on the fender. The Wi-Fi antenna is right up on the handlebars next to the camera. Here's an overview of the install. Camera up on the handlebars with a rubber mount. GPS mounted to the front fender. Just sticks on double-sided tape. The remote, where it's easily accessible. And the rear camera on my rear fender. Also has a shield on it. My switched power, so I can view the camera whenever I want without the bike running. And that all hooks in to the battery and the tail light. Let's go take the bike for a ride and get some footage off-road, see what it looks like. On the road, you can see it shakes with about the same vibration that the bike has. I like the feature of using the remote to take pictures. It's a 12 megapixel camera. I really like the second camera out the back. Look out for the Bigfoot when you're out there. You can see going into the sun the amount of glare you get, but I think that's going to be there with any camera. Being mounted on the handlebar does seem to jump around a little bit. I did add the lens protector from JK3D Motorsports for when my friends throw rocks at me. It's a lot more stable camera when you have it mounted to your helmet, but I didn't like the hassle of that, and I didn't like having to change batteries. It's just always on. Whenever the bike's on, it's on. I mounted it so that you could see just the tip of the fender. That way it kind of gives you a point of reference and doesn't look like you're just floating through the air. So that's about it. I'll leave you with some footage, but that's about all I have to say about this. So if you're getting bored, go ahead and shut it down. Thanks for watching.